we'd like to hear further about the operations of Chevron's Richmond refinery from our next expert, Andres Soto. Thank you so much.
Good morning, everybody, and esteemed tribunal. My name is Andres Soto, and I'm a lifelong resident of West County, Richmond, California. And I've grown up in the shadow of Chevron, and that means several things. One of the first things, of course, is a lifelong experience of air pollution. As was mentioned before, Chevron Richmond refinery is the single largest source of greenhouse gases in the entire state of California. But that's only part of the story. What we also know is that Chevron puts out over 7,000 tons of particulate matter, toxic air contaminants. That is the stuff we breathe in that kills not only us, but people downwind from us. And by that, I'm talking about what we call the refinery corridor, which stretches from Richmond out towards through Rodeo and Martinez and Benicia. But one of the things is it keeps on going. It doesn't just stop there, and it doesn't just limit itself there. It impacts the entire Bay Area, but Pittsburgh actually has the worst rates of asthma of any city in the Contra Costa County, even though they don't have a refinery, but they're downwind from all the refineries. This stuff continues to blow into the Central Valley. The Central Valley, San Joaquin Valley in particular, has the worst air in the entire nation because it's trapped in a bowl there. And so it's not just Chevron, but Chevron is the worst offender. Let's talk about water pollution. As the Defense Council mentioned, they paid some fines for effluents. Well, let's talk about those effluents. They used to be able to put into the bay every single day contaminated water that the test for the quality of the water is using trout fingerlings. Those trout fingerlings used to be able to live for 3 hours. But our Congress member, George Miller, cut a deal that allowed them to not only expand the pipe and put it deeper into the water, but they had to clean up their water. So now those trout fingerlings can live for 72 hours before they die. And that's what's going on today. So that is the impact on our natural environment, the air and the water. And of course, we as human beings and all the other species, whether it's the plants or the animals, live in that same environment. And so that means the air that we're breathing, that they are polluting, the water that they are contaminating, that impacts the fish and other sea life and bay life, is very profound and is a crime as articulated in the Declaration of Human Rights and the Rights of Nature, and I believe is clearly guilty. If you go down to public fishing piers in Richmond, there are warning signs there that tell people in multiple languages, if you're an adult male, you can eat one of these fish per month. If you're a pregnant woman or a child, you should eat only a half a fish per month. Now that's only in 3 languages. Richmond is a community where we have dozens of languages. We are an international city. And so obviously this is not taken into account when they try to warn people. So as a lifelong resident, one who grew up not knowing that when I saw the flaring going up in the middle of the night and lighting up the sky like a giant fireworks show, thinking, wow, that's pretty neat. I did not know that they were profoundly polluting our environment. This is the environment that I grew up playing sports, playing baseball, playing football, that my sons grew up playing sports in, and now my grandchildren are also having to deal with that same kind of thing. We are rooted here in this community. We plan on staying here in this community because we believe it's our responsibility to change this community for the better, and we are not going to just roll over and allow Chevron to continue to do their damage to our environment and to our people and to the other species in our community. So I believe Chevron stands guilty as accused.